Well, you guys are probably wondering why I'm making another Doors video. Well, the reason is quite simple. I have unfinished business with this game. Despite being kind of barren in terms of lore on the outside, Doors is actually filled with secrets, and those secrets are only going to become more apparent as time goes on, and as the game updates. My last video, I already proved that this game has lore, and I briefly explained the lore. And today, I have 3 more theories to present to you guys. First, I need to make a connection to my previous theory. Second, I'll talk about the new teasers that we got a few days ago. And third, I will talk about what I think Doors Floor 2 will have in store for us. This is going to be a pretty packed video, so hopefully you stick around. But before we begin, I don't mean to be that guy, but consider liking and subscribing. We are pretty close to 3K subs at the time of this video coming out. It would be cool to see that funny number go up. And with that out of the way, let's go. So starting with a little correction I have to make to my first video on Doors. In that last video, I said that there were 2 spirits in the hotel, and that Figure was the leader of all the monsters. This isn't true, and many of you in the comments were keen to point that out, because I made myself look pretty stupid for saying that. Each of the monsters are their own entity, and they are all trapped there by guiding light, independently. This includes the Figure. I have no doubts that he's a very dangerous and aggressive entity, but I don't think he's the leader or anything. He's just very aggro and has beef with the player. So with that out of the way, I'll just reiterate the lore in layman's terms here and now. The story of Doors Floor 1 is that the player stumbled onto a backrooms-esque place, which appears as a hotel. The hotel is actually a prison for all of the entities trapped inside, and is created and ran by the entity Guiding Light. Guiding Light pities the player and helps them escape the hotel by assisting them in navigation and alerting them to the presence and tricks of monsters. So yeah, that's the current story of Doors right now, without all of the imperfections of the last video. And now to touch on those leaks. Now let's touch on those leaks. I'm not going to waste your time like all those other channels. I'm just going to get right into the 2 images. The first shows a bookshelf fallen over through a wall. 2 things I'd like to point out is that A, the room's layout resembles the simple key rooms, which I'll show footage of now. So this room generation will likely be a variation of that. The second thing of note is the scratch marks all over the walls. Perhaps this is a hint towards some new entity? We'll just have to wait and see. In the second picture, however, we have a seemingly normal room with a thing blacked out. Now, people have pointed out that maybe this is a door, or maybe it's another entity in the room, but my friend Sylv was able to point out that it could very well be some sort of painting monster, as seen by the little painting edge that was not correctly blacked out in the thing. We'll just have to wait and see. Now, onto the third theory. What will happen on Floor 2? Well, here's what we know so far. Figure sabotaged the elevator and caused it to plummet down to the bottom floor of wherever we are. We can tell we hit the bottom because of the sudden violent thud that can be heard and before the ending card comes up, and the achievement name being Rock Bottom. So we know we are at the bottom of something, but the bottom of what? Well, I think Floor 2 is going to be a melding of the hotel theme with a mineshaft or cave theme. Looking back to the ending cutscene, we can see the Figure jump away after he screws with the elevator. When we see that, we can see him jump into a place that appears to have outdoor lights scaffolding on top of the rock walls. This, along with the achievement name, once again being Rock Bottom, gives us that hint that it's going to have something to do with caves and rocks and all that stuff. Finally, we can easily assume that the Figure is going to be a reoccurring villain in the game story, following us wherever we go. And that's all I've got for this video. Once again, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye.